Hello, everyone. How are you? Are you ready for some action? Okay, so today I'm here to talk to you about the smart email marketer's mindset. So yesterday we learned a lot about, the hard stuff. So we learned, the skills, the tech, and a lot of the hard things. Today we're going to learn about the soft skills. So just a little bit of introduction into me. I have over 20 years in marketing. I've been in email for, I think it's actually 20 years. I have worked brand and agency side. I've worked with ESPs, VP of Marketing at Pure 360, and now I'm fractional CMO. But also, I'm the chair of the DMA Email Council. I'm judge at lots of awards, write for Forbes, write for lots of other editorial as well. So here today, we're going to do a quick icebreaker, and we're going to talk about the qualities of a marketer. We're all marketers in the room. And we're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about growth versus fixed mindset. I'm going to set you a challenge. Then we're going to talk about what did we learn from that challenge, and then we're going to get smart. So firstly, quick icebreaker. So if you could all, just in rows, all of you stand up, get to know each other, and I'd like you to all form in rows from youngest to oldest in age. So get to know each other really quickly. 3 rows, youngest to oldest, go. Get to know each other really quickly. Okay, who's the youngest in your row? 25. 25. Who's the oldest in your row? Middle row.
Youngest?
Oldest.
39.
Okay, who's the youngest in your row at the back?
30. Brilliant.
Now I want you to arrange yourselves in order of height, shortest to tallest. Done? All right, you can all now go and sit down. Thank you very much. I'm actually officially the eldest in the room. Go and sit down. Okay, so let's get on to some of the serious stuff, and then we're going to start having some fun again. So the qualities of a successful marketer, and we talked about the hard and the soft skills. So over the last day, you've learned a lot about the hard skills, some of the things that go into the technology of email, some of the strategies, and so on. But actually, when we're talking about success, a lot of your success is down to you and you as a person. And this is what we're here to learn, to uncover, for you to learn about yourselves as well. So, this is a graph from eConsultancy. This is what we as marketers need to be having as skills. So they're 10. What are the 10 C's of a marketer's mindset? They go from customer centricity all the way through to being collaborative, and there are a load of things underneath that as well. So this is really important for you to have a look at. But actually, we look at this and we think, geez, this is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff for us to really get to grips to. This is the hard stuff this is not even talking about the hard stuff. This is talking about the soft skills that you need to have as a mindset. And it's a lot to think about. So, firstly, I want to say be kind to yourselves. I'm going to end with being kind to yourselves, but also get to know yourselves. Get to know who you are. Because a lot of this is about your own mindset. What is your mindset? Do you have a growth mindset, or do you have a fixed mindset? And actually, by knowing about what those two are, you can start thinking about yourself in different ways, and start thinking about your challenges in different ways. Because actually, brains and talent are just the starting point of a really successful career. The rest is really dependent on your mind. Who thinks they're a growth mindset? Stand up. Cool. That's really cool, because that's exactly what I expected most of you to stand up. Yeah. I'm going to give you an exercise to do. Sorry, I didn't know where you were all going to sit, so I'm going to give you a quiz. Have you all got pens? Okay, are we done?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So, okay, I'm going to ask you again to stand up. Who is still in the same position as they thought they were? As a fixed, growth. Haha, tricked you. Okay, sit down. Who's changed their positioning? So what I'm trying to say here, and I've lost my clicker, we've all still got some learning to do. So even if we do have a growth mindset, there is parts of us that still have a fixed. So we may be growth, but actually there's some elements that are fixed. And that's if we're really honest with ourselves. Actually, so what does a fixed or growth mean? So fixed means that you think that it's only talent and intelligence that creates success, and that it's fixed. You cannot change that. So you're born with a talent, or you're born with intelligence. A growth mindset actually believes that intelligence and talent can be improved. So whenever you're faced with a challenge, actually you can face that challenge and get over those hurdles. So why? Why are we saying this? Why is there a difference between a fixed and growth mindset? Actually, the brain is really malleable. So really what we're doing in life, as we're growing, as we're learning, as the decades go on, we're learning new things, we're traveling to places that we've never been, and we're engaging in creative activities. And that helps our brains grow. And the more that you do that, the more you move to a growth mindset, and the more you're learning, the more you're challenging yourself, but you have to get yourself out there. You have to put yourself in positions that you didn't think that you would ever put yourself in, and rise to the challenge, because you can do that. The brain is wired for you to be able to do that. We're going to move to a new challenge. Anyone done the marshmallow challenge? Now, I don't mean eating marshmallows. All right, so I'm not going to ask you to stuff your faces full of marshmallows. Please, could you get into tables of 4? You are to make the highest tower with the marshmallow on the top, using the ingredients in the bag. Who learned the most about themselves today? And please put your hands up. There are prizes here.
I don't handle pressure.
Who did? You don't handle pressure?
No.
Okay. Did you realize this about yourself before?
Just now, yes.
Okay, great. So, but this is the point. When we put ourselves into positions that we have never been put in before, we learn things about ourselves. We learn how we work as individuals and as teams. So going back to these 10 C's of, a modern marketing mindset, I talked a lot to a few people here about collaboration, the importance of collaboration, networking, being part of your community, being part of a wider community. So having a think about these 10 C's, what I'd really like you to do, if you've got the paper, any paper, scrap of paper, to think about you. I'm going to flip back to those 10 C's in a minute, but I'd like you to come up with 2 or 3 smart objectives for you, not for your company, not for, the campaigns that you're running, but for you. So can we just have just a hands of who knows what SMART means? What does S mean?
Specific.
M.
Measurable.
A.
Attainable.
R.
Realistic.
T.
Time-bound.
Brilliant. So make sure they are smart. All right, so I would like you to set yourself some objectives about how you're going to grow as a person, as an individual, aligned to any of those 10 C's. So, if we take this almost as the 10 commandments of what a mindset should be, you can align that to those. Or if you have any that in your own mind that you're thinking about, chuck those down too. These are just like a guide. So that might be, let me give you an example. One of your success metrics is that you want to be one of the best known email marketers for deliverability. for an example. But actually, to get there, you need to go through certain hoops, you need to do certain things, you need to get to know certain people. So what are those steps that you are going to make to get there? And how are you going to make them smart? There's no right or wrong answer here, okay? This is all about you. And it's really okay to really struggle with this, okay? So that's fine too, because a lot of people do find it hard to go deep like this. How do you become successful? And we're talking about the successful email marketer's mindset. You need to really go deep into yourself and understand your limitations, understand that they are just limitations, they don't have to be, and that you can make the steps towards improving. I'd like to just end on a few parting words, and that is really believe in yourself. So when you are hard on yourself, have a think about that. I would also say set your goals as measurable, and also in a timely way. So think about what are the steps you need to get to do those things. So you kind of like put out your mission. Now you got to go, right, okay, what are the tiny steps that I need to make and how do I need to do those? And I'll give you some context around that. So I know reading is essential, right, to growing. Reading is so essential to growing your brain. So I set myself a target of reading 60 books a year. 60 fictional books a year, because I read business books all the time anyway. So I want to learn about stories and how people tell stories. So I set myself a 60-book challenge. I set myself a health challenge of cycling a set number of miles. I'm not doing very well, but I set them, and they're measurable within a certain time frame. I set myself, what is it that I'm going to achieve this year that's going to be big, that's going to be change for me? Whether it's starting a new business. I started a new business not that long ago, 6 weeks ago. Whether it's getting an award, thank you. Whether it's setting yourself up for an award. And there are tons of awards. Apply for them, because no one applies for them. So apply for them. But set yourself those measurable goals, because you can do it. But also, find yourself a mentor. Okay, I've spoken to a few of you today about mentors. There is an email mentor program, which I've co-founded. So if you want a mentor, come and link in with me. If you want to be mentored, come and link in with me, and I'll let you know when the next program is. It's really, really important to get yourself a mentor. So, some of those achievements, if you have a mentor, some of us who are leaders, who are in those positions, mentor. It's so important because it makes such a difference in the industry and to the people that are struggling and striving and who are ambitious. So please get a mentor. And then finally, just be kind to yourself, right? Have a good time. Have a really good time. Enjoy yourself and just be kind to yourself, because actually, what is success? Success is about you driving some kind of happiness for yourself. And that's really ultimately what we want to be, is happy people. That's it. Thank you very much.